Over the past decade, there's been an explosion of street art in Atlanta, providing a vibrant backdrop to a number of communities. That's why street art is the theme of Atlanta Business Chronicle's Book of Lists this year. Here to talk about how this urban renaissance is helping to redefine Atlanta's culture are two local artists, Yehimi Cambrón and Gilbert. Thank you both for being here.
And thank you for having us.
Now, Yehimi, you had and you were involved in the cover for this year's Book of Lists. Tell us a little bit about how you came up with the concept and what it says about Atlanta.
So for this Book of Lists, there's a huge focus on public art, right? And including photographs of murals around our city. And so in conversations with John White, who is the creative director at Atlanta Business Chronicle, we were talking about the message that we wanted readers to receive when they see the cover about the impact that artists are making on the city of Atlanta. And I think we kind of saw it as the role of art is giving the city of Atlanta its soul, right? And so that's sort of what we were trying to depict, and I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Well, they will certainly see it now and see it in the next coming days. But Gilbert, you know, when you think about art in Atlanta, why are we seeing it seem like it's picking up? We're seeing more murals, more public art.
Well, Atlanta has become the focus of art center now because of hip hop and the music and the movies and everything else. But I always say that the visual artists are the stepchild of the arts. We're the first seen, the last heard. And
why is that?
Well, I think because it's not as commercial value as the other art forms. You know, you have performing arts and theater and movies and so on, but we're the backdrop to all these different things. I mean, even in the 60s when the revolution, Black Revolution was going, we did murals about the Black Power, and you saw those images, but the leaders were out front, we were the backdrop, and still today, we still are on the same path.
What message do you think today's art says about Atlanta and how the city has changed?
That's a great question. Well, if I can add to that, I think, so I actually met Gilbert as part of the project of public art that happened right before the Super Bowl called Off the Wall, Atlanta's Civil Rights and Social Justice Journey. And so I grew up, you know, in Atlanta where, you know, it's in the South and it's a city that has this amazing legacy of civil rights and social justice. And as a Latina growing up in Atlanta, I've always felt like the conversation has been very black and white. And I think it's because we're still in the South trying to heal from that legacy of slavery, right? And so for me to come in, you know, so early in my career as an artist and be able to create public art that represents immigrants and people of color in ways that I hadn't seen before was, I think, Atlanta showing like setting an example for the rest of the country about how to have conversations, inclusive conversations about social justice. And we were talking about this earlier, right?
Yes. Yes. And so you see, we have opportunity here. I remember coming here some 25 years ago with the Olympics. And we had an opportunity. At that point in time, I curated a worldwide contest around the world called Paint Pals, which the theme was peace. And so we had the opportunity to show the different cultures, and it's progressing on and on and on. And you have the street artists who are out here who want to be heard. And so now we're getting to a point where we have the vehicles so they could be seen and heard, and these walls and the murals are just one small part of it, and I think it's going to grow and grow because we're having a renaissance of minority arts in this country.
And you all brought up a really good point about the Olympics and Super Bowl 53 and how large events that are hosted in Atlanta and throughout the region seem like they're fueling more demand for public art and street art, and something that we hope, you know, we see more and more of. So thank you both for your contributions to what we're seeing around the city.
All right, thank you.